too loud. When I call you, I swear it's never enough. I messed up. Maybe this thing here just ain't meant for us. Baby, you let go and I let go. You ain't. We do it like a rock star.
I was starting to play at open mics, and I just wanted to get my music out. I was starting to write things that I like, and I just wanted more people to hear it. So I started to record my videos on my iPhone, and I uploaded them to YouTube. I decided to cover songs that people liked. So I thought that maybe covering a hip-hop song here and there, or a pop song would get me somewhere, and it just kind of blew up from there.
We're gonna go in the lab to talk with a man who's worked with some of the biggest artists in hip-hop, from A$AP Rocky to Busta Rhymes. Now, he's truly mastered the MPC drum machine and wows audiences worldwide with his incredible shows. This is A-Rap Music.
The way I start off is just by starting off with a pattern, a beat pattern or something, and then I'll just play whatever to the drums. You know, I'll browse through a lot of records and find something that, you know, catches me.
And now you do a lot of good for the community. People don't realize some of the stuff. And you just actually launched this thing with Charity Buzz where you're auctioning off one of your paintings, right?
Yeah. We've been, you know, I'm always painting, so I really wanted to make sure people can benefit off it instead of me saying, okay, I'm about to sell this, give me some money. You know, I'd rather, you know, help any charities out, especially with my charity, Symphonic Love Foundation, you know, and really just help, you know, the youth and help inspire the people and change as we grow up and as we grow smarter technologically, you know, and how we are advancing. And, you know, there's little kids that know how to use iPads, 4 years old, and different stuff. So you don't know where the future's gonna take us, so we just have to shape it in a positive way.
We are about to take you with one of our segments we call Off the Top, where we feature a new artist performing an original song and music video you can only see right here on Skee Live. Take it away.
Listen, if your dame missing, she probably up in my dang kitchen sipping Jameson, or she could be in the same position that Jenna Jameson isn't when she plays in the movies that she's famous in.
We're actually going to go up close for one of our segments right now with Estevan Oriol, who's one of Los Angeles' premier artists and photographers of our time. Check it out right here exclusively on Skee Live.
The more I didn't want to be that guy that just settled for the least and settled for the simplest thing.
So I ended up becoming, you know, friends with the guys from Cypress, and at that time the tour manager of Cypress Hill did some shady shit, and I just moved right in. I stayed rolling with Cypress Hill for 10 years, tour managing. My pops, he hit me up and said, hey man.
I'm Darren Romanelli, otherwise known as Dr. Romanelli, and I'm from Los Angeles, California. Music's always been close to my heart, and fashion's always been a big piece of me. So Dr. Romanelli stemmed from my love of fashion, where I had a pretty avid collection of vintage clothing, and early 2000, I started deconstructing vintage Nike, and the fact that I was already performing surgery on vintage, it just kind of made sense to roll with Dr. Romanelli.
So, speaking of movies and stuff too, I heard you're doing this documentary.
Yeah, you know, I think it's time. I know I'm only 24, but you know, they came to me.
You've been through a few things in your life.
Yeah, Lionsgate came to me and they was like, yo, we got an idea, let's do a, you know, an autobiography or like a biography of your life. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm only young, so I don't know how far we can go, but, you know, I have a story. You know, everybody probably wants to know the full Chris Brown story. It started from the tragic moments in my life to now. You know, so, you know, we're gonna put it together, talking to John Singleton.
Yeah, how'd you get, like, John Singleton a legend for those that don't know?
It was just, like, over the phone. Like, I think,
wow.
You know, my management had hit his people up, and they was like, well, cool. And I know for him, he has a different connection. You know, Boys in the Hood's one of my favorite movies. So he knows, he understands, you know, urban life. He understands, you know, what the average young black guy goes through.
Yeah.
You know, so I think for me and him to collaborate and be able to make this a great project for people in the future when they see it, you know, I think it's gonna be something magical.
What people say. They don't know.
But it is your boy Chris Brown right here backstage, Skee TV. You already know what it is.
Yes, there it is, our biggest show yet. Week 8 in the books, Skee Live. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Shout out to Chris Brown for coming through, tearing it down. I told you we had the best show on music, culture, and TV. We'll see y'all next week.
Baby, you let go and I let go. You ain't.
First up in the Ski Locker, we're going to feature one of the most talked about new shoes of 2013. Now, this is part of a whole new series from Jordan called the Jordan Element series.
My godbrother's cousin was the gang. He heard some of the records that I had been working on, and he asked me to come along during his process of, like, you know, moving around the mixtape circuit and stuff before he got his deal.